just play the farming game. Now Team Liquid ID goes for another play.
Third pathway again, this time Maker's gonna be stunned up. Su wins out the retreat battle, jumps in to two members, gets slain. Sky Piercer for Aces 2. Oh, we're gonna damage her. Chidera jumps back in. Oh, Chidera! SOT! 2v1, no problem. A free lord as Witty gets kicked back to Make-Kids.
Still okay though. Make-Kids goes back in.
Whoa! Make-Kids with another. Gets boxed on the head, but he doesn't care. We're trying to look for more. Aran mounted on. That's the cut. A boy gets.
Still valid here.
So what's the answer? It's actually
Glue.
Glue.
What? Okay.
Glue against the Hilda?
It's pretty solid.
Will the Cavalry come up on top and win game number 3? Or can the Community here turn things around and make it a day for Sheffin?
They're going to be tied in the standings. If Geek Fam manage to get a win here, they're both going to be 2 and 3 in the standings. So, TLID, they got some work to do.
Got a lot of work to do as well in this early game with Beloyski on the show and Lo Yi in the hands of a boy. So much pressure coming out of that mid lane, and already a brawl here. Whoa!
Uh-oh, a boy's got to be careful. Gets a little bit more shielding and the regen. Witty already revitalized early, and here, Mr. Gobsman trying his best to get the clear. Will be able to do so. Brings Aran back, and tanks keep on going.
This is a dead lane, right? Or does it favor... It's a dead lane, right? Hilda and the Glue?
Like a brawling almost, unless one of them wants to go for an aggressive maneuver, it feels like. I'm not sure by IndieHome, showing again the movement speed emphasis here. Also for Gobs on that Glue, wanting to be more active around the map. But that aside, I mean, there's a firmness for Witty on the Hylas, but a Wilderness Blessing. So not even, you know, feeling that it's okay to go for an extra bit of tankiness there. He knows he needs to be around the map faster than Beloyski.
Looks like Fabian's rotating towards his bottom side though. There's a 2v1 situation. Meanwhile, Haskell's caught quite low. A boy gonna get that final shot in. Not just yet. Wheaty's on the way as well. This is looking as messy as game number 2. Both of the teams want to look for pickoffs from the start of the game, but technically a boy has not yet hit level 4, so that's when we will be expecting a little bit more action perhaps. Meanwhile, looks like audience prediction coming from Gopi, 51% to 49%, so very close as well.
Well, boy, not level 4 just yet though, so initially Witty goes in.
Trying to buy some time here for the team. Gobs goes for split, but again, it's the Hylos who gets bounced on, brought back a boy. Right there, going to be engaged on by Aran. Look at that damage! Oh my lord, Yaskiel walks in forward, has a way to Dragon, 1 HP! A boy gets away, Aran looking for the chase, gets a double! But then gets CC'd under turret.
Oh man, I feel like overall there still was going to be value for a team. That was such a messy fight. It's hard to even decide. The fight isn't over yet. Beloyski was still chasing Fabian there to try and get something. Now Geek went back onto the turtle before Team Liquid ID. And I don't think they have what it takes to come in here, as Witty isn't really level 4 just yet.
Yeah, not just yet. It's interesting. However, but Make-Kids was actually a level below, but TLID didn't really want to commit onto that, so it is going to be the first neutral objective secured in by Geek Fam for the first 3 minutes. That's already a very different flavor as we saw from game number 1 and game number 2. It felt like Geek went in for the concede instead over the neutral objectives. But how are the items looking right now?
No real big power spikes just yet. There's a Dreadnought armor for Aran. It's going to help him in later on against all of these physical damage skills coming in from Make-Kids especially. In theory, that's the guy he's looking at. But for Geek Fam, I feel like it's a great move there to aggress on Team Liquid ID. The fact that Witty walked up without being level 4 though, that was kind of interesting to me. I wonder what the idea was, whether he was only trying to look for information or he was trying to get some pressure onto any members of Geek Fam. You can see Beloyski waiting for a chance to try and find something now. Clear speed-wise, it really seems like Fabian and Make-Kids are kind of equal right now.
Huh?
Diversion. Oh,
Where did
the
they
bottom
go?
lane. Make-Kids Blade Surge. No, Aran is right there. Fabian gets away too. In the mid lane, a boy! Oh no! What? Was left all alone! Gets caught by the horse. Beloyski caught again. Aran! Damn, that damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Is that normal damage output coming in from Aran on to Beloyski. He's on the choke.
Where's the bongs coming in from Aran, man? Oh, Gobs as well now, taking some damage. Getting a lot of attention here. Geek fam looking a bit disjointed, man. That diversion was quite interesting. And Beloyski tried to salvage it by using a flicker there to try and get a catch on the bottom lane. Did not work out though, so are they still just banking on Chidera here for the late game? Because the skirmishes aren't really working in their favor, man. This pick-up gameplay.
Not just yet. It definitely felt kind of disjointed, disconnected in terms of the decision making. But interesting choice of IMU by Yahezkiel.
Way again to dive onto a boy. He's gonna be CC. Still has to flick around. That's the way Dragon used up only onto Arando. Fabian gonna be locked down by Makids as he gets the kill with a Soul Sever. Fabian for Beloyski. Roam for jungle.
But that means that they lose the retribution here. TLID have no way to contest just yet. Not sure what Geek is going to be deciding right now.
Chidera.
He's coming back though if it hits.
Oh, and it will on Aaron. Spear of Misery. Aaron Shiki spear down by Chidera on a signature pick on that Moskov. Spear of Misery to kite away from Aran. Now Aran is going to be brought back again. That's the split. Ooh, Chidera flickers out from Yahezkiel. No, Yahezkiel has away the dragon. Oh, off angle away the dragon from Beloy. Very messy.
Man, both teams just going at it. But that was a very creative engage from Geek fam there, knowing that Chidera has the SOD, and Chidera had all the time to push out right there, but they coordinated that fight, so they're not willing to just play the farming game. Now Team Liquid ID goes for another play.
Third pathway again, this time Maker's gonna be stunned up. Su wins out the retreat battle, jumps in to two members, gets slain. Sky Piercer for Aaron Shiki. As Geek fam decide it's enough, Beloy doesn't have the way to Dragon anymore.
It's a trade 1-for-1, but in the end, Geek fam gets something that's permanent, right? They get a structure into the bottom lane, and they have a bit of a gold lead. How's Chidera doing with him sitting at 2-0-0 KDA?
He's the highest in gold right now, ahead from Aaron by about 500, 400 gold. It's not crazy, but considering the fact that he's able to actually push out the side lanes so efficiently right now, he actually went for the wave cut earlier. So Geek fam has so much vision and so much information that Chidera, the safe split pusher, has been able to go for deep cuts right here because Beloyski is playing Sentry like we see right here.
Oh, look at them posturing at each other.
Whoa.
That was intense. Woody knew he was there for sure, right? That's why we saw the Joy and the Granger go for a recall instead.
I think they both might have known each other was there, so that was a bit of a standoff because both had the Way of the Dragon. That's a diversion though. Top side.
Wow, instant disengage from Chidera there. Knows that they were looking for something. Beloyski pops his own conceal. And he is just giving the team vision. Look at that macro play.
Wow, dude. Beloyski as the sentry here, just finding everyone, spotting it out. And I bet he's calling out the exec members as well. So his team knows who exactly is around and who can kind of support the catch. Make it splitting on the top side, Chidera on the bottom.
He's a ward.
He's literally a ward right now. The lighthouse.
A walking
Beloyski,
lighthouse.
the lighthouse.
All right.
And you can see him being able to put TLID at such a disadvantage. Look at the wave pressure. Look at the map pressure. TLID have none. Make It actually gets it.
Witty goes into the Glorious Pathway again. Look at the Hesi and Aran zoned away by a boy with a yin-yang reaction. Retry used up by Makids already though, so TLID wants to go for this. Yahezkiel very low. Gobs walks up again. Fabian should be able to get the retribution for free. And Geek fam traded for a purple buff.
So finally they pick up something on the map,
Chidera.
but Chidera, exactly. Still doing Chidera things, still being able to push in that bottom lane. So despite that trade, wait a second.
Makids walks away, but they've already gotten the dub. They got a purple, they got a turret tier 2 for a turtle.
And now they chill.
Seems like it's just so coordinated by Geek fam. It really seemed like they weren't really trying to go for a proper all-out fight. They just wanted to delay the recalls even more right there. And if Team Liquid get baited into it, they'll oblige. If they don't, no problem. They'll just slowly and surely encroach on the jungle of Team Liquid ID and take whatever control they can get. And that's the marksman trinity for Chidera at 8 minutes and 9 minutes, basically. That's crazy.
That's so early.
BBB and BB Chidera.
BB Chidera. Alright, Aaron Shiki though, he's actually on curve with the same amount of gold. They can make it! Okay. Not find him.
Oh! Goes through the turret. Oh, the kick to the wall! Fabian cannot escape. B.
You can see how hard it is for Team Liquid ID to try and match that macro pressure. With all the possible diversions, it's not being used to surprise them from behind, it's being used to stop Team Liquid ID from having any pressure in the side lanes. It's a very creative use of this Loyi. And of course, Beloyski, and Geek Fam are the ones to try and pull it off. Looking at the items here, in the jungle, Maykids is so far ahead, dude. Fabian, not even having a Holy Crystal just yet. In the gold lane though, everyone actually is on curve. Same amount of gold with Chidera, with a small difference. Very, very small difference. Below 100 or 200. But these fights just aren't allowing Arwan Shiki to find these moments to shine on this Granger pick.
I'm surprised though. I thought the gold disparity was in the gold lane, but Fabian is 2 levels below of Maykids. So he's been unable to farm his usual pattern for quite some time.
This guy.
But Beloyski just continues to become an oppression. That was 3 members on him, and yet he was still able to get out, do his dues, and put his team at a huge advantage. And look at this, Chidera just constantly pushing in the far lane.
I mean, the fact that Beloyski also uses the boost, from the map to try and just throw Team Liquid ID off is just so difficult. And now it's the same setup here. Beloyski playing Sentry, Chidera on the top side. And I think Geek Fam understand that Team Liquid ID didn't really have the same kind of shred they had in Game 1 with Arwan Shiki on the Moskov, so they can't rush the Lord anyhow.
Aaron's low, he has to recall right now, right? Maybe he doesn't have to. Diversion. Valentina diversion, it's a gank up top, Chidera versus 2. Oh, we're gonna damage him, Chidera, he jumps back in! Oh, Chidera! SOT! 2v1, no problem! A free Lord as Witty gets kicked back to Maykids. Oh my god!
The foundation is shattering over. Arwan Shiki now caught. Should be able to get out. That's Beloyski low. Still okay though. Maykids goes back in.
Whoa! Maykids with another. Gets boxed on the head, but he doesn't care. We're trying to look for more. Aran mounted on. That's the cut. A boy gets the kill. Geek Fam have truly just out-macroed, outclassed TLID.
4 members taken down for the price of none. Literally only Arwan Shiki, the one to be able to clear out these lanes. Some of the rest of the members are now back up, but that's a Lord on the way in the bottom side. This is a 7.4k gold lead in 12 minutes. Geek Fam have all the strings in their hands.
That was Team Liquid ID losing 2 members, losing the Lord and losing a turret as well. Absolute disaster there. Geek Fam now, they have to do the same exact thing. They can just wait it out, and with Chidera picking up the Malefic gun right after that 2 kills on top, man, now they can just move with the Lord and siege it. They don't have a long range with their mid laner, but neither does Team Liquid ID. And Chidera can do more damage compared to Arwan Shiki in a short burst of time, but Beloyski is on the case.
Seal into the mid lane, they go the glorious pathway. Is irrelevant currently. Gobs just walks up, 2 base turrets gone. Gobs bringing Witty back, and they're gonna collapse on him. Witty, say goodbye to that HP bar. Chidera's got rose gold. Oh, Aran bursting down Chidera again. Oh my goodness, Fabian. Oh, that's an SOD. Chidera looking for more on the board. He just goes for the base. He doesn't care for the kills. Geek Fam have reverse swept TLID.
Chidera on his signature Moskov on the Herith for the first time in quite some time. What an amazing performance. Ooh. Giving remnants of the day he debuted as well. Geek Fam 2-1.